So we're in Salt Lake City, and we came to the Temple Square, where all of the Mormon churches headquarters and everything are located, and we are inside of their tabernacle, and the organ player is rehearsing right now, and as you can see, this giant thing here is all steel piped organ, and it's massive. It's pretty neat to have got to come in here while he was rehearsing. The acoustics in this room are supposed to be really, really spectacular, and under normal circumstances you can come and you can stand in the back and they'll drop a pin like on the stage and you're supposedly able to hear it like really clearly all the way across the room, and it's like 200 feet away. So pretty interesting, but it's really cold outside and we are definitely going to be headed back to the car pretty quickly. We're in the state capitol in Salt Lake City, and we just took a tour, and we were the only two people on the tour, and it was actually really fun. And we got to go into like the Senate and the House of Representatives and the Supreme Court, and the state capitol is really, really nice. It was renovated like 10 years ago or 8 years ago or something, and I guess she said it was reopened in 2008, so it's essentially new, but they didn't change much. They just renovated it and tried to restore it. And look at this dome. Lots of marble, lots of onyx, lots of paintings.
Lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff. This floor is translucent. When you're below it, you can look up and see shadowing through it. You can't actually see people, but you know, if somebody's standing there, you can see their shoes. This is pretty neat. I had a good time.
Yeah. State capitol tours, fun.
This would be a dangerous sign in China. Be stepping and stuff. Still in Salt Lake City, and we have just hit this little stand that makes tacos and burritos, and we actually got 2 tacos each. They're very small, they're like this big. And we ate those and we were like, man, we're still hungry. But they were only $1.50 a piece, like for 2. So you paid $1.50 each person and you each got 2. That's how that breaks. And then we were like, man, we're so hungry. So we went over and we got burritos, and like this is like a Chipotle style size burrito, and it's $3. And they make it, like I said, a little stand, and then you know they grill it and everything there just on the street, and then they've got a big cooler that's full of like fixins, and you put salsa on it and stuff, and then you hand it back to the people and they wrap it up and you give them your $3 for this burrito and you're on your way. And I haven't eaten any of mine, but how's yours?
Top notch.
That's good. I'm very excited about this prospect of this $3 burrito. This is an example of one of the places that we parked and spent the night. We are in the middle of Wyoming, and as you can see, there's nothing here. There's an interstate right there. But this was lovely. It was 20 degrees last night, and 20 degrees is a great temperature to sleep in the car because you stay warm. Last night it was 10 degrees and that sucked. We froze to death. So that extra 10 degrees really makes a huge difference. But man, there's nothing out here. Significantly a lack of nothing. Wait, that's not how that works. There's definitely a lot of nothing. Anyways, time to get in the car and have some breakfast burritos. And by that I mean tortillas with peanut butter rolled up in them. All right, so yeah, we're at Mount Rushmore.
Welcome to Mount Rushmore.
Carved by everybody's favorite Klansman. And yeah, there it is. And we're not 100% sure, but we may have just taken a bunch of photos of the Harlem Globetrotters for them, but I don't know, because like a bunch of tall guys, young, with Harlem Globetrotters jackets on, and they seemed to be kind of like, I don't know, something was going on. It was very suspicious. So I don't know, but yeah, pretty neat.
My mom called me from here like when I was 16, and she was like, we're out Mount Rushmore, and I was like, my brain couldn't really like fathom that they were at Mount Rushmore, and I was just sitting in Virginia, and now I'm at Mount Rushmore and they're sitting in Virginia, and this is awesome. I've wanted to come here for so long.
Okay, yeah, so like I said, we thought we saw the Harlem Globetrotters all taking pictures, and like they got in a big group, and I was like, you know, this is a big group of people want to take a picture together. I was like, do you want me to take a picture of you? And they all handed me, like a bunch of people handed me cameras. So I stood there Katie and I stood there for a few minutes taking pictures of this group of people, and I was like, they're all wearing Harlem Globetrotters jackets, or a couple of them were, and they were all really tall. It's like a group of men that age traveling around together. It's something, you know, it's what's going on. So, you know, really suspicious of it. So we looked it up online just a minute ago, and they were playing in Wyoming, which is very, very close to here, tomorrow night. So I'm pretty damn sure we took a bunch of pictures of the Harlem Globetrotters at Mount Rushmore. Strange. Quick update. Harlem Globetrotters, definitively accurate. That is who it was. I was curious about it when they were first taking pictures. When we first walked up, I was like, what on earth? So I took a picture of one of the guys up taking a picture in front of Mount Rushmore, and it turns out he's number 43. Slingshot Adson is his name, I guess. So, what an odd situation. Okay, so this is the back of Mount Rushmore, and yeah, let's see here. Okay, so we're in Chicago, and apparently the first Playboy Mansion was in Chicago, and I don't know why we're looking at it, but we are. And this is it. Just your typical like house in a nice part of Chicago. And we drove past the location of the St. Valentine's Day Massacre as well. And it's just like an empty lot now, like they've torn it down, that warehouse that it was all done in, so that wasn't that exciting either. But it's just an opportunity to drive around the city and stuff, so far so good. And this is basically Katie and Eric's day off, right? Because we're in Chicago, just dillying around.
What?
Okay, this is the Tribune Tower in downtown Chicago. And what makes this building unique is they have taken pieces of other buildings around the world and put them into the base. Like it says, this is from the Great Pyramid, and these are from Angkor Wat in Cambodia. And that's really strange to see things like that. They've got this thing here from St. Peter's Cathedral in Italy. And I will make video of anything else that may be notable. Basically, things that we have seen. Oh wait, look at that. Great Wall of China. So yeah, we've seen some of these things in real life.
Yeah.
That's a brick from the White House.
It's really similar.
It's white. And this is kind of what the rest of the building, the entrance or inside looks like or whatever. What did you say?
This is from Richmond.
And this is from St. John's Church in Richmond. This is David's Tower in Jerusalem. And then they've got this big thing here that is a thing talking about the moonwalk. Not sure why it's here, but I'm okay with it. And there's a lunar sample that was collected from Apollo 15, which is also neat. This is from the Taj Mahal. These guys here are live and on the air right now. Like, I'm not sure if you can see in that window, but like, they're on the radio. I told Katie to put them on the glass, but she wouldn't do it. Here's a piece from the World Trade Center. Of course, that's from 2001. Not really looking that good, but there it is. Here's one from the Mormon Temple in Salt Lake City. Oh man, look at this. Lewis and Clark's Fort Clatsop in the motherland. Motherland, folks. Here's one I've been to, but Katie hasn't made it to quite yet. Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. This is from Korea, but it says Suwon, Korea, and neither of us have any idea where that is. So we've been to Korea. Yeah. This is of note because it is part of the Kremlin from Moscow. Katie hasn't been there, but I went there when I was like 17, so there's another one. Here's one Katie's been to that I haven't. Arc de Triomphe in Paris. And here is something from the Forbidden City in China, in Beijing. And there's another thing up there from the Forbidden City as well. We haven't been here, but that's pretty nice. Antarctica from 1947. It's pretty cool. Okay, we walk a little ways down the street. By the way, it's really, really cold. Really cold out. Like, absurd cold. And windy. And yeah, I guess that's what Chicago is, right? But anyways, we walked a little ways down the street, and here's this giant jelly bean that is oh so famous. And yeah, we're going to take one of those cool jelly bean pictures in a second. You ready?
From the bean, which looks amazing, in front of it is a skating rink. It looks like a lot of fun, but I bet you it costs a lot of money. That we can't do that. And they probably don't have Eric's size boots.
We're at Lou Malnati's, and we have got a Chicago deep dish pizza, and this is not the original place that made the deep dish pizza because that's Uno's, and we went to Uno's and screw Uno's because, you know, Uno's sucks. Anyways, so here we are, we're here, and the reason we're here is because my friend Will has been here before, and he said that it's incredible. And what they're famous for is they have a butter crust, and apparently it's really good. And as you can see, like a real Chicago deep dish pizza is deep, and the pizza is essentially upside down where the cheese is on the bottom and then the sauce is on the top, and you eat it with a knife and fork. And how do you feel about it?
It's really, really good.
Okay, so parking in Chicago is a complete pain in the ass. It's really, really expensive to day park, like $40 or $30 or something. And you can only fill the meter for 2 hours at a shot, but it runs off a credit card, which is nice. So to save a little bit of time, and it's freezing out here, so to save a little bit of time, we wanted to take the L, which is their elevated metro system, and it looks like this. It's hideous, but it's kind of like iconic. So we went up there to get on the thing, and you can't buy a single-use pass where we went on. We're like, what? Wait, what? We've been on like so many subway systems and so many public transportation systems all over the world, and all of a sudden we can't buy a single-use card. You have to have like an account with a card and all that, you know? So there was this dude standing there, and I thought he worked there. This is the way he was standing there, and we were like, hey, what's up with this thing? And he turned around, he's like, I can hook you up. He takes his wallet out and he just swipes his card through there, and then like he pushes like both of us through this one thing in one shot. So I mean, we didn't pay for one of our fares. I mean, we didn't pay for either of them, but he only paid for one. And then we got off, and now we're where we want to be, but we don't know how we're gonna get back because if you can't buy a single-use card, what are we gonna do? What are we going to do? Okay, so this is the Sears Tower. It's actually called the Willis Tower now, but it'll always be the Sears Tower to me. And I can't believe that this little thing used to be the biggest building in the world, because you've seen bigger things, right? This whole trip to Chicago is just us saying where we've actually been besides Chicago. Chicago's cool though, but yeah. We're gonna go on the Skydeck, I think, even though it's maddeningly expensive.
It's like 103 floors up into the sky, and they have these little platforms in there that go out over the building, so that there's nothing below you but the ground.
So yeah, they've got this ledge here that you can step out on, and whoa, that's freaky. Come on.
I'm working on
Come
it.
on. Come on.
Oh. This is terrible. I got like a death grip on the wall over here.
Look on the wall. Come on, bounce up and down a little bit with me. Yeah, so we're in one of these things right here. Like, looks like that. So, yeah, it's pretty spooky.
I just stood with my edge, like my toes over the edge, and I was just standing there looking out over things. Eric comes up behind me and pushes me. Your brain, you're not used to this yet, so I'm a little angry.
More interesting news, this is a 20-foot tall Lego reconstruction of the tower. And somebody worked with a lot of black Legos. That looks about really boring to build, but hey, whatever, it's pretty neat.
Alright, so it's January, and we're in Indiana, very close to the border of Ohio. And we've been driving for a really long time, and tonight is actually possibly the last night that we're going to be sleeping in the car. So we're going to make a video showing us putting all of our stuff down to get ready to go to bed and all the intricacies of getting it all set up. One big step is water management. You gotta have your water management before you go to sleep. You gotta fill up your water bottle, and you gotta chug as much water as you think you're gonna need for the night. Outside, it's snowing. The temperature right now is a lovely 18. We've slept with much colder than that, around like 6 degrees Fahrenheit. It gets good anywhere above 25. Above 25 is tolerable and almost comfortable. So tonight's probably not going to be the best night sleep-wise for the cold, but we've bundled up pretty good. We both have like 2 jackets on. I'm going to put on 3 pairs of socks and stuff. So we're going to get to putting this bed out so we can go to bed. So that's our setup. It takes us about 5 to 10 minutes each night to get our stuff all together. But we've got blankets. It only took 3 minutes? Oh wow, 3 minutes! We are professionals! We currently have a bag of food, 2 backpacks, a snowboard, 8 blankets, 2 humans, 1 giraffe, 1 unicorn, all in this little car. And it actually...
Smells bad.
It smells a little funky, but it sleeps pretty well as long as you've got the right conditions, considering weather and your killer lean and whatnot. So it's bedtime.
You ever see a car driving on the road and you're like, man, what war zone did that thing go through? I can tell you right now, that war zone is known as Ohio. Good Lord. Okay, so we've done 9,300 miles. We're all the way back in Virginia now, and we're here at my our friend Will and Tessa's house, and they live here up in this hill, and it's a little snowy, and we got halfway up the driveway by pushing it harder than we should have. We really should have parked at the bottom. And then the car just started sliding backwards down this giant hill down towards the road, which across the road is a river, and the road is also frozen. So as we're sliding down backwards, I'm like, I don't know what to do, so I kind of put the car in a ditch. So now we're kind of in a ditch. And now we're sitting here waiting for somebody to come up with some sort of idea. I'm not sure what to do, but if I take my foot off of the brake, there's going to be a problem. I can't pull the car out of the ditch right now. We could probably use chains at the moment, but I don't think we'd be able to get them on, so it doesn't really matter at this point. So yeah. Let's see how this pans out. This could be poor. This could be bad. This could suck. How you feeling?
I don't like it. I don't like this situation one bit.
Okay, so yeah, we made it up the hill almost all the way. It's really cold out here though, and maybe I'll make a shot tomorrow if this looks any good, but maybe not. I don't know. There's nothing to look at. There's nothing to say. We're alive. Car's not broken.
Slightly higher elevation now.
Yeah, slightly higher elevation. Whew. Okay, so this is a better idea of what we dealt with last night. As you can see, everything's melted this morning. Or, well, a lot has melted, so it's not as bad. But I mean, this was literally just a sheet of ice coming up this huge hill. And the bottom of the driveway is, you know, way down there. And it's got a really steep part right there, which was what was killing us. And yeah, we ate away some of the tread on the car, that's for sure. That sucked. On retrospect, we probably should have just parked at the bottom of the hill. But where we slid into the back of the we slid the car backwards into a ditch, doesn't look like it's even scratched up anywhere at all, so that's a good sign. So it doesn't look like we did too much damage. In other news, I know I've talked about this before, but look how dirty this is. It's really ridiculous. It's funny. But yep, so we're gonna pull it up there, we're gonna load up my drums, and then we're gonna be on our way.
Okay, so we have just arrived in my parents' driveway. Our cross-country adventure is, right now, at an end. It's over, done with. No more sleeping in the car, but no more driving across the United States. The final total on our mileage is 9,592 miles, .1. That's a lot of miles. We officially, I think we have been
It's the 9th?
traveling since the 30th of November, and today is the 9th. I don't know. It is the 9th, so that would be 40 days that we've been driving across country and going and doing all these things.
Of course,
And,
we did
yeah.
spend a weekend and some change with my parents.
Yeah, so I mean, we haven't been on the road exactly for every single day, but yeah.
How many days did we say that we had been in, slept in the car, did you think?
I'm pretty sure it's 20 days that we slept in the car
In the winter.
in the winter.
With shitty sleeping bags.
It was shitty sleeping bags, and most nights it was below below freezing, below 32 Fahrenheit. So it's been an interesting adventure, and I would say that we're damn good travelers. Champ, oh yeah, Champ looks great. Champ looks like he eats other cars. Like, we've been laughing. People are like staring at the car. Like, we look like we just went through, I don't know, some sort of apocalypse of some sort. I don't know. It just looks really funny. So, American trip over, and I gotta pee. All right.
What state are we in?
New Mexico. I really had to think about that.